Hi, thanks for clicking. So today we're going to be reacting to one of the most powerful and inspirational events to happen in recent history, the Straight Pride Parade. So in Boston this past week, hundreds of brave souls got together to protest the harsh bigotry towards straight people. They finally took a stand against ignorance and intolerance and bullying towards the straight community. I think we all remember there was a time where straight people could not get married. We all know someone who's been disowned by their family for being straight. I am tired of straight people being oppressed and bullied and casted out simply for being straight. This wonderful protest, this amazing piece of art at its finest, is finally showing America that we're not treating our straight folk fairly. They deserve to be able to have children without judgment, to be married, to be accepted within the church, to not be disowned for who they love, to not have to worry about stepping out of their house some days. In fact, there are some countries where you can get executed for being straight. That is crazy to me. So yes, it is time we stand up for straight rights. That's what we need, because the gay people and the minorities have too many advantages in this world to just let them get away with. It's crazy. I'm tired of seeing young straight men getting beaten to a pulp by gay men simply because the man is straight. We finally have a movement that opposes oppression. We finally have a movement that means something. It brings tears to my eyes to see my fellow Americans standing up for what's really important, and that is straight rights. There's not enough. There's not enough. We have to stand up for the straight people. As you can tell, I am 100% in support of equality and rights, and that is why I stand with the Straight Pride March. On a real note, you dumb as hell if you actually went out to them streets and started marching for straight pride or whatever. You dumb as hell. Do you know what LGBT Pride stands for? LGBT Pride, the marches, the events, the parades, everything is because people are tired of getting outcasted for who they love, getting judged for who they love, beaten for who they love, disowned for who they love, generally not accepted for who they love. LGBT people getting beaten and criminalized, locked up, murdered for being gay in other countries. There are 10 commandments, about 100 sins, not just one, not just being gay. And you know the saying, people in glass houses do not throw stones. So if you went out and marched in that parade, you better make sure you have followed every single commandment and rule to a T. You do not get to sit there and not follow every word of the Bible and then choose to go against the LGBT community like it's okay. It's not okay. The Bible says to hate the sin, not the sinner. The Bible says to love thy neighbor. The Bible says not to judge. Now, the Bible does say it is okay to speak your beliefs, to convince people to go to God's side and try to Christianize, I guess. But it does not say you get to spew hate and you get to mock anybody. It doesn't say all that. You can state your opinion, but you do not have to state it in a very mocking, hateful, vindictive way. All you gotta say is, I don't support the gay community because of this reason and that reason. I don't think it's right. That is okay, but you don't have to do all of that extra. I'm sure some people at that parade had premarital sex, have stolen, have lied, do this and do that. That's not allowed in the Bible. Like, do you guys think that just because you're straight means you're guaranteed to go to heaven? It's a lot more than that. But you guys want to organize something against the LGBT community? Why aren't you organizing it against sin in general? I don't see any march or organization going against lying, cheating, stealing, murder, all of that. Only the LGBT community. Where does that make any sense? I must be missing something. I have to be missing something. That is the only way that That's the only way. That has to be. Because this is so ignorant, and it's not even offensive. It's just really annoying. It's really ignorant, and it's baffling that there's a group of people that thought this made sense. And some of them were there because they think it's funny or whatever. It's not funny. It makes you look stupid, and that becomes more and more apparent as you see the news and you see the pictures and you see there was way more people against you there than there were people for you. Like, there's no way you can't see you're in the wrong. There's no way that 90% of America's wrong and you 10% are in the right. There's absolutely no way. It just makes me a little upset that people don't think before they do. You feel the need to have a straight march, yet you don't have to deal with being disowned for liking the opposite sex. You're accepted in the church. You don't have to deal with a bunch of hate towards you simply for being straight. You don't have to deal with anything. Because LGBT people stand up for equality, not just in laws to be able to get married and adopt, but being treated equally. People think because they see some acceptance means there is acceptance everywhere. There's a bunch of individual stories in the LGBT community. Look at other countries. We're not just thinking about America. The LGBT community is thinking about the world. Like, all these places where you can get beaten, jailed, killed for being gay. We're thinking about those people. The LGBT community extends past America. It is the whole world. It is all of us. We are one community. We're thinking about people who are in jail for being gay right now, who are dead for being gay right now. And there are some people dead for being gay in America. People in the hospital in America right now because they're gay. But you're telling me we don't have a reason to march, to protest, to have our parades and our events? You're telling us we're shoving it in your face? We're not shoving it in anyone's face. We're trying to stand up to get to where we need to be. It's not fair. You think you guys are standing up instead of laying down and taking it. What are we doing to you? Are we taking away your right to marry? Are we taking away your right to have kids? Are we beating you, killing you? Like, if you spew hate, people are not going to like you. You're going to get oppressed. You're not oppressed for being straight and white. You're oppressed for being hateful and ignorant. Anyway, that was today's video. Tomorrow I'm making a video explaining the channel and the upload schedule, all of that junk, because as you can see, this past week of videos have been very diverse, but they're diverse for a reason. Each day has their own thing. I will explain that tomorrow. Anyway, thank you guys for clicking. Thank you guys for listening if you made it all the way. Check out my channel, subscribe, view my social medias in the description.